All right, I'm back. Look, I'm back in the right place. So I can highlight like StreamYard. The live viewer comments are shown on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on the comment to show on screen. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get back into this thing and not OBS. I hate OBS. It's a big fat meanie. So when I tried to just like pause the stream to come back into here, it was like, no, we're gonna end the whole stream. So that's what's up. Let me I'm gonna get the live chat over here, pop it there. He ended when you did. He ended, so I was like, okay, well I can go back over here, and then we can just kind of see from the beginning, like see him get his job and stuff. But James can't get me. James gets me. James can't even get a passport. James can't vote. James can't do a lot of things. I really hope though that it ends up exporting properly, because so far I don't see anything exported. I should probably check the memories just to see general about. Got 3 gigabytes. Okay, so I think unless it's just taking up space for no reason, it should eventually show there, but since it was like fucking 3 hours probably, I don't know. I really hope not. There was some times last year where like my devices just wouldn't record properly. It actually happened on like the phone that I'm using for a camera right now. I was recording for like an hour and I only got 3 minutes, so it should get something. But that's okay, because the part that I missed, someone else got, and then like that person missed like another part that I got. So hopefully if that happens, we can just piece things together from the community. I think everything will be okay. I think we're all right. We got the majority of stuff though. So I'll get this like the things in order pulled up here so you guys can see how James started his day. I gotta move that over to like a USB or something, and then over to this, unless I can just I might be able to just airdrop it actually. We'll see. And let me find the first one from today. 540. Okay, so it'll be this one. Let me pop this open and move this here. Bippity boppity boop. Share this. Oh. Let me fix my audio too now. Okay, so James started streaming today at 5 p.m. and he just finished at 11:45. So what, like, that's, if he started at 6 p.m. and did it till midnight, that would have been 6 hours. He streamed for like 7 fucking hours today. I don't know what he's talking about. I've only been streaming for 3 hours. Okay, bud, sure. So yeah, like this big ass one, I really hope it's rendering. Let's check the fucking thing again. If it's less than 3, no, fuck. It went back up to 9.7. So is it just not gonna wait? 2 hours and 56 minutes? Is it gonna give me a time? Okay, that has a time up there. I think we're good. I think we might be good. Sorry, I can figure this out while this is playing. Yeah, fucking James. He's supposed to have a job. He's supposed to have a job right now. He's not supposed to be streaming all. That's my job, is to stream at all hours of the night, and then then I'm gone during the day. No, he's not back. Someone let me know if he's back. I should get a notification. What account am I on this one? I think I'm following him on 3 accounts right now. So even if he bans 2, like, what's the odds he's going to ban all 3 accounts, right? So I should get a notification if he goes live. Let me grab some food. Yeah, same job that Heather has. Being homeless. Being homeless. I'll be right back.
So there's another way to like go over the 101. You guys can talk to me. I mean, I'm around a lot of people, but I'll still talk to you. It's just there's a lot of traffic, a lot of foot traffic. There's plenty of people on the walk that are like live streaming and taking pictures and stuff like that. So no biggie. I'm just bored. I don't really have anything to do for like hours. So I'm waiting on stuff in the mail. I can't really do anything until until it comes in the mail. But things are going good, thankfully. I have to be very patient. That's the only What I will say is the competition for attention in Hollywood is fierce.
$5 keychain watches.
You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be someone who does stuff on the internet. You don't have to be a musician. Pretty much anybody, if they can, is after that look. That comes with the territory around here.
Oh, let's get it.
I'm just kind of doing a lot of walking around without doing anything, so I figured I'd come online. Just talk to you guys for a little while. Excuse me. I exist. Thank you. Excuse me. All right. Cool. Excuse me. Like trying to walk through, and it's like people don't even look at you. It's and when I say look at you, I shouldn't even say look at you. People don't even sometimes realize that you're there. They'll walk right, like if you're walking down the Walk of Fame and you're not paying attention, people walk right into you. So you got to kind of bob and weave, especially if you're alone. You got to bob and weave through the traffic, foot traffic, I should say. There are, a very particular set of people that like to walk through regular traffic, but I just don't happen to match that, persuasion.
Moreover, this was not enough for them. It says, moreover, this was not enough for them. So it wasn't enough for P. Diddy to just to have one woman, two women, right? He had to have a whole, like, a freak off, right? A whole freak off of women. Read on. That they err in the knowledge of the Most High. That's what these celebrities do. They err in the knowledge of not knowing the Most High.
And then there's some people that will, I mean, I'll tell you, God's honest truth. It's like people will hear you walking by, trying to walk by, and they'll walk right in front of you and like just stop walking. Like, especially if they're interested in talking to you, that's their way of saying hello, I guess. But you know, once again, it comes with the territory. It's fun out here. Don't get me wrong. It's just you have to be very careful and you have to pay a lot of attention to pretty much every little detail while there's like hundreds of people around you at all times. So I have like 80% battery and I should be good with you guys for like, let's say a couple of hours, maybe. I might do one long stream, I might not, but for now, I'm here with you. I mean, literally just walking in circles until nighttime. So I have nothing but free time for the next week and a half, which is really nice, but God's honest truth, I have almost nothing to do with it. So. Oh, wow. Yo, check this out. Check this out. Wait, I'll flip it. Got the fire trucks, like a lot of them. If I can figure out how to flip the camera.
Oh, I know.
Got like 3 or 4 fire trucks all in a row. It's pretty cool. And their sirens aren't on, so that's somebody literally just sneezed in my direction, like on me. But assumably, it's a good thing, you know. So, then we have the good old chopper that comes around every 15 minutes, every 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how active things are, you know. Yeah, we got pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 3 fire trucks, and then they got the ambulance all in a row. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry I can't show you too much, but with the new privacy laws here in California, you have to be real careful what you show and what you don't, especially if you live here. I mean, if you're a tourist or you're just coming through, you usually get away with it pretty easily. But when you're living here, you gotta be very careful putting people on camera. At least I know I do. So. Oh, so I have a buddy of mine. He's a statey. Keeps telling me that I gotta shave. I know I gotta shave. I ain't get there yet. I'll get there. I'm still settling in after our last excursion. Let's call it. After my last trip. But if we get further down here and there's not a whole lot of foot traffic, I'd probably flip the camera and show you guys. But like right now, I'm walking on the Stars, and the Stars, it's a couple of blocks. Takes about half hour to an hour to walk the whole walk.
Oh, he ran over the fucking.
And then you got people who, you know, record you as their content. That's always fun. Things are to a point where I can always count on someone being within 6 feet of me, either for a short or long period of time. And I have learned to essentially disacknowledge and disengage. Otherwise, I'll be like, I'm going to do that. Okay. I don't necessarily mind anymore. It's become such a regular thing that I've had to get used to it. But that also comes with living in one place and not just, moving around and traveling anymore. We all knew this day would come. It came a little sooner than expected. I'll tell you one of the fun things about knowing this walk. I'm pretty good at keeping people from getting hit by cars. It's fun to play superhero every now and again as long as you're not breaking the law. You step out in front before they do. I can't tell you how many times it happens where, you got somebody looking to the left and there's a car coming through and they don't even see it, end up getting hit. So you just, nonchalantly step out in front and ends up, averting a crisis. And then there's like a lot of stuff that might happen, but you're like walking through. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. But you're walking through and you got your camera out, and so people decide not to do it. That's always nice too. But and I do my best to stay out of trouble. Pretty good at it. But I'll tell you the truth, there's not much to do. And it's, let me say it this way. There's plenty to do in Hollywood when you're willing to spend money. But when you're not willing to spend money, Yes, it's me, and I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. A neat little thing is where things are to the point where we have to kind of build up. I don't want to just say the numbers, but we have to get my online reputation to a point of realism to match the amount of eyes on required to stay safe at this point. I'm doing pretty good in that department. I mostly just stick to the safer areas on my own, and I don't go out of my way to make things difficult. Some days there's not much to do, and so I'll gallivant and venture off and find something to do here and there. But realistically, it's like I talked to my buddy and he's telling me, he's like, look, while you're working on things, you don't want to be too much in the front of things, too much in the spotlight and this and that. But I mean, what am I supposed to do with my time? I don't know what else to do. I can't. There's not really anywhere just to sit, and there's not many places to stay out of the way around here.
Did he get the job yet? Did he say he had a job? Did the man stop and ask him for the job? I couldn't keep my headphone in. It like disconnected while I was outside. I don't know. Did he?
And most of the places that there would be to stay out of the way is where it's easy to find trouble. And
Yeah.
as we all know,
At least
not a big fan. So
got that going.
yeah.
Please, what am I looking for? Banana. There we go.
Oh, I have been getting contacted for employment, and I have been getting contacted in reference to connections and resources, which is good. And I do attribute that to actually put my name out there and, you know, just actually trying for like 5 seconds. So as long as I continue to do this and continue to, you know, be on the street and actually talk to people, it shouldn't be long.
Did he go live while I was gone? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let's find it.
Yeah. So I can't go into too much detail, but I've had people invite me out and taking me in, and I'm meeting a lot of cool people. And I figure, you know, the more that I'm out here taking care of myself and doing things the way I should, the more that process is going to accelerate. And it's more choosing what I'm less afraid of, because it's like, you know, I've been working towards this for like 10 years, right? And now it's finally come to fruition. But it's more than I expected. Far, far more than I expected. I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I have a lot further to go in this process, but I'm finally to a point where I know enough and I've grown enough that I can actually prosper in it. So between choosing to keep my head down for another couple of years or get started and stumble forward, you guys already know how I like to do it. So if I trip every now and again, so be it. As long as I don't fall, I should be fine. I try not to be overconfident about it, you know. That works for some people, but for me, when I get overconfident, I end up screwing up worse.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him there. He definitely. It won't let me airdrop on streaming, which is crazy. Maybe because like the upload speed or something. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this here. Maybe I'll airdrop it to the old computer, and then I can just have fucking airdropping. I don't even know how to take things off the phone, like to record anymore. Everything's just been airdropping for a while.
So I try to stay at an even keel, be thankful for where things are at.
Conger, you weren't here. We asked him like about Feet Piece Island. He said that Mr. Beast bought Feet Piece Island, and that's all he can say about it. But Mr. Beast has Feet Piece Island, supposedly.
Take baby steps when I have to, and sometimes I'm taking baby steps even when I don't have to, just to be careful, you know. Some people say, well, you can't get forward if you're taking baby steps, but that's not true, you know. It's about going slow and making progress, here and there. And then taking leaps and bounds when they're offered. You know, when you get that one up or that come up, you take it. And then you just keep powering forward at a steady pace. I mean, for me personally, I find that when I get those come ups, I end up having to move more slowly, which is fine. You know, because you take that leap and you learn a lot, and then you got to go a little bit slower just to be able to acclimate to, let's say, the climate of what you moved into, whatever it might be. And that's how it is for me.
I mean, I'll give it to him. He's a little self-aware in this one. Like he's saying he fucks up when he's overconfident, which is definitely true. But he's also said that he just says no to everything, and that's why people call him baby. I've never heard anyone call him baby, but he does say no to everything. So any opportunity that would be good for him, he says no to. So like now he's saying yes to things. So like if he actually got a job, if we're living in a world where Heather Gillespie and James Soroka has a job, I'll be like, what is happening? Who's next? Daisy? Is Daisy gonna get a job? Living in like fucking the Twilight Zone right now. I mean, he was pretty angry the other day. He was fucking pissed at me.
You'll be happy to know that despite rumors, and I'm telling you guys this on live stream so that you can catch it firsthand, and I don't have to be explaining myself to 1,000 people after this story and that story go out, and then I'm not ahead of it. I'm sitting here waiting for people to ask me about it. I am not living on the street. So I just want you to be aware of that.
That was a rumor. I mean, I think he started the rumor. If you go back and listen to the first lives, have them upload on the Steve Soroka channel. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like, I'm homeless. And this is what the life on the streets is like. And there's rats acting like squirrels and shit. Where are all the homeless people at? He was mad that the homeless people weren't homeless, I guess. He's like, where are all my friends? Did they get houses? That's not cool. I want there to be more homeless people. Weird.
I came here and I understand fully how serious of a situation it is. And since June of 2024, the Supreme Court ruled that, it's no longer permissible to be sleeping on the street. So I knew at that point that as soon as I got here, I wouldn't have a lot of time to get myself situated. So I did what I had to do. I talked to who I had to talk to. I made the deals I had to make. And I hit the ground running.
You walked into a homeless shelter and they're like, you got to go find a job. And he's like, all right, I'll try. And then like someone actually hired him. I made the deals I had to do. I had to do what I had to do. It was like a lot of insider trading and stuff. I wonder what he's doing actually right now. It's like, what, 9 p.m. over there? He said he has something to do at midnight tonight.
Minus the actual running, thankfully. At least at this point. I'm not all the way there yet. I'm still
end up on the skids row, like Carter.
Limbering up, I guess you could say. So I really do got to shave though. I didn't realize how beard my beard normally does not grow this fast. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. But you guys know I've never really cared. Now I don't have much of a choice. I kind of have to care. It's exciting, but also nerve-wracking because, like, I really, really, really don't like being told what to do, ever. And now I'm pretty much being told what to do all the time. And if it weren't for the fact that I'm dealing with people that I want to deal with, I probably wouldn't listen. But, I have the privilege of working with people that I prefer to work with.
Did you see when they went by him today and they were like, hey, look, it's live. It's live, boy. Because he's always fucking live.
And I'm doing what I'm told for this. I'm doing what I'm told for. I can feel you on the other end saying, no way. But yes way. I am actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing the way I'm supposed to be doing it for the most part. I do it.
Good. Keep doing it that way. I think he already fucked up. But I mean, like by leaving Pennsylvania, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misunderstood. But as long as he's doing what he's supposed to be doing here and he stays out of Pennsylvania, those are the new rules. Good. I'm proud. I'm actually proud if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Doing it how I always do it.
I'm going to show you something. Now, this is something that's real common out here in California, and especially in Hollywood. You'll see anywhere from 5 to 10 of them going down the street.
Usually when he says something like that, though, it's like the opposite. Just like when he's like, I swear, this wasn't a setup. This wasn't staged. Usually means it was staged. Like, I don't know why that would be popping into people's heads if it wasn't.
During the day. And it's pretty cool to see them when you're, what do you call it? When you're near a restaurant, right? You'll see 3 or 4 of them right outside the restaurant just sitting there waiting to pick up an order. Here, one second. But it's a robot, right? And it's a delivery robot.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is I don't want to show you the other end because it has somebody's name on it. But that's a robot that and it has eyes on the front of it. Like I said, I don't want to show you the front because someone's name's there, but it's the coolest thing. They pick up, so the robot goes to the restaurant, like it's automated, and it drives itself to, like, get this, that little robot with wheels drives itself to the restaurant, and then when it gets to the restaurant, they come out and put the order in the robot, and then they close the robot, and it drives itself all the way to the customer for the customer to pick it up. Mm-hmm. It kind of puts a dent in like Uber Eats and, you know, people like that who do that for a living. But it's super convenient for the customer because of the element of most. Again, you have someone who might take over.
The element of what? Was it the element of surprise? The element of security? Is it faster? Or it's okay. A human might eat your food or get arrested on the way to the fucking thing or something, or just take a really long time. So is it faster? Is it more safe? Like a robot? I don't have to worry about a robot stealing my food. I might have to worry about someone stealing my food out of the robot. But like, I guess that's the other thing too. Like, can we rely on the robots? I don't know. I wish we knew what the fucking element of what was. What's going on with this? It's connection.
What else? I don't know. Like I said, I mean, my experience here over the past, I've been a resident of California for a year in total. And for the most part, I haven't done a whole lot of tourist stuff. I guess I came to Hollywood expecting to be doing things that are related to tourism, just by nature.
Yeah, he's Wi-Fi hopping, so it's glitching.
It's really cool because, you know, I came here.
You can see like the little things like still going up without a frame rate drop or anything, and then James just frozen. So yeah, I mean, like I'm always wondering if it's like my computer, but my computer's usually pretty good unless it does that one thing where I have to close everything and come back. But I've watched the stream back to see like if I actually like leave, like if you guys can even hear me. And on the stream itself, it doesn't even look like anything's happening. So I think it's like just I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, it's just his glitchy ass stream.
To try and build my career, and I ended up becoming a part of a community. And you know, not that I didn't have community, or it's not that I wasn't a part of the community where I grew up, but I wasn't nearly as engaged or enthralled as I am here. You know, here, I feel like I fit in. I feel like I belong here. I love it here. I love the people here, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I care very much, and it's exciting, you know.
Let's see how reliable these robots is.
Look at you. You are such a fuck up, Hayden. Look at you. Look at you. What are you doing? What are you doing? I saw all that. What were you doing?
He's drunk.
I'm gonna take your robot license.
Take the robot license. Did you say it's hot?
I said there's so much out here I wish I could show you, but it's like there's so many people out there that I can't really show you too much because there's a whole lot of people, which is good, right? We want people here. I can't put them on camera. That's that. So my battery is actually dying on me far more quickly than I expected. So I will try to stay live with you, but like, well, no, I guess it didn't. Never mind.
They gotta start making phones worse these days. Like fucking, it took Diana Ricky's phone 2 whole days to die while she was looking for a charger, meeting everyone along the way. James is like, what are we? We're like 20 minutes into a stream. He's like, my phone might die, guys. And like literally 7 hours later, he's still going. So like, what?
I'm thinking like I did, but I was thinking as though we're at 100, but it was at 80. I only used like 4%, so we're good for now.
For his soul.
That's what I mean. So like, do you guys think he actually has like 200 to 300 people in there, like real people, if none of them are commenting within this amount of time? And then the comments that do come in, they're always like the same thing. When do you usually broadcast? When is your birthday? Like just boilerplate. I don't fucking know. I don't even know the expression. Just regular stuff that isn't pertaining to like the conversation at all. Sometimes the bots are kind of smart and they like try to interact with like what you're saying. But most of the time they're like, you know, and that's why like we were able to ask so many questions. Because yeah, James likes real questions.
Fame and fortune. Yeah, so there's that too.
True.
Like I said, I really try not to exploit people.
Gotta grab that.
So I don't put the homeless on camera. But I will say there are quite a few characters out here. Quite a few. And most of them, I'll tell you what, if I have ever seen a larger amount of talent that is underutilized, it is actually with the homeless. As you walk by and you see them, there's a lot of people playing guitar. There's a lot of people, you know, singing and dancing and doing their thing. And they're pretty good at it. Impressively good at it. But, you know, once again, that brings us to
This thing.
All right, I'm sorry.
excuse us. Excuse me. That brings us full circle to the competition of Hollywood. Very fierce. Very fierce. It's no joke. It's no game. I mean, you know, it's the real thing. And you can't really put it into words how serious it is. And then there's automated cars too. I think it's called Waymo. If I remember correctly, I just saw one go down the street. I remember first seeing them in Santa Monica. They had this whole big display that they put out in Santa Monica.
That's one, right?
What do you call it? A whole big display they put out in Santa Monica, and now we've been seeing them around. I've been seeing them around more often. These automated vehicles, they have cameras in front and back on the top of the car. They have cameras all over the vehicle, and they drive themselves. You get in the passenger seat, and
the self-driving cars. Those are pretty. This is a capo, a capo. I don't know how you sell it. Probably capo. Cape. I don't know. Like pasta, capo. It's to make the guitar move up a note because you can't really tune a guitar higher; it'll break the strings. So that works. The
car takes you where you want to go. I've never been in one, but looks pretty cool.
Capo.
But just the other day, I was sitting,
Capo,
and there's a couple people sitting around me, right? And this automated car comes up, parks on the side of the road, drops off 3 passengers. Nobody in the driver's seat, 3 passengers. The passengers get out of the car drives down the road without a driver. Nobody is in the vehicle whatsoever, and the car drives itself down the road. It's wild, absolutely wild. And that kind of thing has become more common. Another thing you see a lot of, I don't know how many of you have ever heard of the Cybertruck, but there's a vehicle by Tesla called the Cybertruck.
Tesla's him and Heather love Teslas and Gary Vee.
And it essentially looks like a futuristic tank. It literally looks like a tank to me. And it's like, it's out of this. If I see one, I'll take the risk to flip the camera and show you. But like I say, last year I saw a few of them. This year, all over the place. I must see a Cybertruck or two at least once a day, and it's not the same ones either. I'm actually going to try to take a seat up here. My shorts are not the most forgiving, and I am tired. So, let's see if I can find some shade and just rest up for like maybe 10 minutes and talk to you guys. But I don't have much else to talk to you about that I could talk to you about. Like I said, it's nice to stop in and see you. I appreciate the subscriptions over on YouTube. And
I don't know English very well. I don't know how people know 2 languages. I can't even speak one.
the follows elsewhere. But you know, I don't really know what kind of content I'm going to be making, because everywhere I go or whoever I meet with, it always ends up being something private where we're planning towards something.
You're out tricking? Like, what do you mean? He's got a pimp?
That is to be released by another person, right? Not necessarily something that I could put on social media, but bigger projects and things that are, you know,
Porn. X-rated content.
things that I'm not in control of, so I can't necessarily share too much with you. That's been something that's been, you know, a little left field for me, because I'm so used to being in control of what I put out and how I put it out. And now I'm not. And I don't mind it. The privileges are nice, and being able to, you know, follow an order or two, be told what to do instead of having to figure it all out on my own is actually really refreshing. And it's nice to just do what I'm told and get results.
Do they break James down like a horse, like a dog? Maybe James is actually sick of going to jail. You know? Maybe he dipped his toes in the water. He's like, I think the old crew is probably not around still. You know, like Conger and them. They're not here. Like, but no, they're always going to be here. So then he's like, fuck. Maybe I got to go get a job. I'm just going to, that's in my mind. That's what happened. Mission accomplished.
By people who know what they're doing. But I'm still, you know, kind of a newbie, I guess you'd say. I'm gonna take a rest here. I got shade. I try and enjoy the shade for like 10 minutes if I'm lucky. I don't want to lean up against the fence. God forbid the fence went down. That would suck.
He was originally going like the first like reel that he posted on or story or whatever to Instagram. It's in the thumbnail of the live that he went crazy on. He said like Las Vegas, Nevada was homebound, and then he just like was like, the Walk of Fame, and he's like, no, I'm home now. This is my home. I don't think he really knows where home is. He's just like kind of playing it as he goes.
But if you want to talk, now's the time. If you want to talk to me, I'm here with you. I just don't know how long. I mean, I will be free and more than likely on the Walk of Fame until I'd say around midnight. I will probably be free if you want to meet up or, you know, anything you want to do. I mean, not anything, but like, I guess what I'm saying is,
This is the anthem. Throw up all your hands.
I've gotten to sign autographs and stuff at this point. It's kind of cool.
See, I only saw like tweets about this when this was happening. I wasn't listening when I was recording. I think it was Scary Carrie tweeting about he's going to be signing autographs tonight. I was like, really? He'd rather be signing autographs at this point. Gotcha, James. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like talking about it. Like, it was different. It's real weird where when I was trying to build things up and I wanted to be cool, right? I thought, oh, you know, how do I talk myself up to this? That was one thing. But now that it's real, I don't like talking about it as much. I don't know why, but it doesn't feel the same in a good way. But if you are interested in meeting up or taking photos or doing autographs, I will be on the Walk of Fame probably till around midnight, and then I have to meet up with somebody and take care of everything. And
So I'm only gonna be on the Walk of Fame, guys, to sign autographs until midnight. I'll be live for a majority of that time. And then here's what I mean. What is he doing at midnight? What is there a heist at midnight? James Soroka gonna get arrested tonight at midnight?
And then I don't know when my availability is going to be tomorrow, but
Are arrests public in wherever they are right now on the boardwalk, on the Walk of Fame? I mean, I didn't go and check, but like in Chicago, that's how I got the scanner calls from whatchamacallit, the candle incident with Heather. So like I'm just curious, when James saw that guy get arrested, what he got arrested for? Forgot to look into it. But do you guys know if it's even worth trying to find? Like, do you know if like arrests are public in LA, whatever county that's in? I don't know what county this is in.
yeah, I'm still doing regular stuff. Don't think that I'm not like, you know, you can still reach out to me. I still answer for the most part.
Missed it.
You know, it depends on what you're trying to talk to me about. You know, if you don't have anything positive to say, I don't really have time for you. But if you do, then I do. You know, if you know what you're talking about, sounds cool. I'll listen. But if you don't, then save your breath, because you're going to need it for something you're doing that has nothing to do with me. And that's another nice part of this is you get to a certain point and the desperation disappears and you're able to tell people no. You're able to tell people that you're not interested respectfully, and your feelings don't get hurt near as often or near as much. At least that's my experience.
Arrests are public in Hollywood, California. Okay, I should probably go look around, see what's happening.
I'm still not in anything yet,
Yeah,
as most of you know, but that's okay. It's on the way. Word got around a little more than I expected. I am happy about that.
You wouldn't want James to be like the fall guy, like the guy that he wants to really be a part of the crew, and he's not going to question anything, so you could really like set him up to take the fall for shit. Yeah, James would be the perfect guy for that, I think. You know,
To the point where I will be hanging out with people and people will come up to me. And I like that. I do. It's what I've been working for. And, you know, there was a point where, admittedly, it was about validation. Admittedly, there was a point where it was about getting attention. And then I kind of grew up and I grew out of that. And thankfully, I still had the same interest in the business and the industry as I did when I didn't necessarily understand what I was doing. Now that I understand a little more what I'm doing, I don't necessarily mind.
he would also talk about it on live stream too. Like he would just drop pins and be like, guys, I'm gonna be doing some stuff and it's gonna be real. And that's actually what he said. The fucking weird night. You know what I mean? Only took prison. Yep.
Being approached. Good. Good. So I will tell you that the way it is out here, if you are someone of influence, you
They're cooler than
have
this
to kind of like
fat.
allow law enforcement to be part of your life, because you know they kind of run things out here, obviously the way that they do pretty much everywhere in the country. And you know, one's behavior could make an impact on what happens around you and near you. So I kind of have to like buy my P's and Q's a lot more than what I'm used to. You also have to get used to people who will actually come up to you in real life and pretend like they know you. And I still don't know how to take that yet.
Diana Ricky types who go up to everybody because you're in the land of crazies now, James. Everyone's kind of like you, but a little different. Some are worse, some are probably not as bad. It's a crazy world out there.
I really don't understand how to take that yet. But I'll tell you, I'm not cocky. I'm not arrogant. I keep to myself for the most part, and I'm humbled more so by the situation than I am proud of where I'm at and where I've made it to in my life. I still have a long way to go, but things are good. Oh, geez, I'll tell you what, I gotta find somewhere to take a seat without sitting on the freaking ground or on a bench in the sun. But my legs, oh my gosh, my legs. Okay.
That is probably what it is. A date, like a hookup, an arrangement.
I will tell you, for those of you concerned with my safety, I am safe. I had the privilege of coming up all the way from the bottom in my situation to have gained, hopefully, I would like to believe, the trust and respect of people who may otherwise have caused me harm. And then, like I said, at this point in time and in my situation, I'm getting the proper resources, and I am connected with who I need to be connected with in order to stay afloat and continue to progress in my career and in my personal life. So I guess what I'm telling you is that I am actually very safe now, like even more so. I am doing good. I've never, to this point, thankfully, had any scares or anything that should actually make me nervous in real life. I will say from time to time, either, what do you call it? From time to time, I'll have someone who's, creeping with a camera around a corner, and that is to be expected, comes with the territory. But beyond that, I really can't say there's anything that is like too much for me yet. I would say right now, my main stressor, you can talk about first world problems and how good things are right now, is I would honestly say that I can't even pinpoint something. Things are good. Like I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, all right, what can I complain about that counts? What could I say is an actual pain point? And I really can't come up with one.
You're homeless, right? Yeah. Maybe he's not homeless. Who did he convince to whose house is he staying at? If he's not in like a shelter or something. Although maybe he might be. Curfew would have been like around this, but he wouldn't have anything to do at midnight. If he was in a shelter, they wouldn't let him out at midnight, right?
Because things are going that good that I don't have a pain point.
He was live 10 minutes ago. Alone? He's always alone. He was live 10 minutes ago, though?
To share with you. I'm not seeking one out. I don't want one.
I did not notice that.
But,
because it's airdropping on my computer.
And out here, I can safely express myself. I don't have to be any particular person. I can just be whoever I got to be myself, whatever that means at whatever point.
I don't think so. This is 57 minutes ago. 57 minutes ago. Usually if he's even online, it'll say like he was online, but not live.
Time. You guys know that, what I work in, how it's from time to time I gotta shift between roles. But for the sake of appearing as sane as I am, I try to keep a consistent look for the public, I guess you could say. It's kind of a requirement. But admittedly, every now and again, I get a little lost in what I'm working on, or I get more invested in my
Cap? You think it's Cap?
work than in my personal life.
Oh, hold up. Let me
Focused on,
Bob.
and then I refocus on my personal life. And I'm blessed and lucky to have people in my life that do remind me to, you know, step back to where I'm supposed to be and to stay on track. As you guys know, for
Is that more crisp? Maybe this phone is more crisp. I have to like bibbity bop between phones to save memory. This is taking 18 minutes to airdrop onto this other fucking computer here. And then there's also like an export thing. I gotta airdrop them from this laptop over to this one, which means, well, I'm not gonna be going longer than another hour anyways. I'm probably not even gonna be going a little. Maybe actually. I want to see what happens.
the most part, I fly solo, but that is changing rapidly. I don't spend nearly as much time alone anymore. I actually have people in my life that I care about and that I trust, and people that will vouch for me as opposed to speak against me. And, you know, it's nice to have trust and respect instead of just purchased vouching. Instead of having people that, you know, side with me based on money, I have people that are actually, you know, that are actually willingly sticking up for me on a personal level. And it goes a long way. When you don't have much to gain beyond friendship and people still stick with you, that's when you know you got people that you don't want to give up on or move on from. And that, I'll tell you, was a large decider for me on choosing Hollywood as home, is that I found people that I resonate with, who resonate with me, that I can feel comfortable to stay near. So the numbers are going up. I know we've only been live for about a half hour, I would say, based on where I'm at on the walk. But I'll keep staying live with you. It's slowing me down, you know.
I mean, like, what else is he gonna do but just walk around? I mean, like, I was not in jail.
I mean, I got this habit where, you know, I'll tell you what. Sometimes I'll be moving so quick that I'll pull out a cigarette to smoke it, and I can go through a whole cigarette in a couple of seconds. It's pretty bad. Like 30 seconds to a minute, I'm finished with a cigarette. That's not good, you know. I'm not supposed to be smoking that hard. I'm really not supposed to.
Well, 30 seconds is a lot more than 2 seconds. I think Bernie Mac could like smoke a whole cigarette in one drag. Couldn't he? I think. Am I misremembering that?
Be smoking at all. Shouldn't even have said it live, but there it is. A little over honest at times. I feel bad about it because I got some people counting on me who, you know, they don't want me smoking, but I'll deal with that later. You know, I'll work with them later. What's up, Millie? How are you? Thanks for the hearts. Hello, everyone. I didn't mean to just call out one name, but you know, our numbers are getting to a point where we can start having conversations. But yeah. How's my day been? My day's been pretty good. Admittedly exhausting, and I'm thankful for it. It's not often that I get to complain about first world problems. I usually don't have time to complain. So just having the luxury to complain is really nice. Should I utilize my time a little bit better than to use the luxury to complain? Probably. But I'll tell you what, it took till my life wasn't anything normal for me to be able to, you know, have some normal facets and facilities. So you take what you get, you know. I've never really been able to complain about regular stuff, and now I can. And I take it as a privilege. People sometimes don't realize how tough life can be. And I don't care what anyone tells you, no matter what, there is a way. And I'm a living example of
Cool.
the ability and the possibility of getting to where you want to get to without having to step on other people's toes or screw anyone over or cheat, lie, steal. You don't have to. Am I perfect? No, absolutely not. But have I cheated the system to get where I'm at? Nope. And I still don't have to.
He has before, though. Yeah. 1000% has before.
Work with the big companies, right? Like, 1 second. Thanks for the follow, and thanks for the 500. Some
Bernie was killed? What?
people say that you either have to go with the big companies and work with them in order to be, you know, like to have like an umbrella type thing, or they say you got to make it on your own. There is a third way. No matter what anyone tells you, it's possible to make it without having to cheat and without having to rely too heavily on people to get you there. It's just, now I will tell you this, I do not recommend the way I do it.
I don't think he was killed. Complications were not attributed to his scoliosis, according to his publicist. Well, then what did he die from? In the final 20 years of life, Mack publicly disclosed he had severe psoriasis. I don't know. In 2008, Mack was admitted to Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Hometown, Chicago, after being treated in the ICU for 3 weeks. Mack went into cardiac arrest and subsequently died the early morning hours of August 9th. But then how did he die? That doesn't answer a question.
Because it takes far longer. You know, it's taken me 10 years to do what most people.
It's a whole conspiracy. I mean, that's a very vague description of his death. Like, that does not. Are we gonna have to look into this? Like, I never knew. How come I never heard of this before?
Will probably get done in 6 to 12 months. But what I will never do is lose what I've gained. What I built is mine, and it will remain mine until the day that I die. For the rest of my life, I will essentially own, you know, the creations that I've made. I don't know how else to say it. Unless I sell it.
Okay.
You know, none of us are perfect. Hey, we all have our way of things. How do I put this? Now, moving forward, I have to tell you that I am so tired, so very tired.
He killed Joan Rivers? Wasn't Joan Rivers like super old? That old lady? The crazy old lady that said whatever the hell she wanted? Who else did they kill? Yeah, these are not my. I'm just reading chat, YouTube. These are not my beliefs. I'm not. I'm not doing conspiracies. YouTube doesn't like conspiracies anymore.
And
I'm just interested in debunking conspiracies. We'll say that.
The work that I put in over the past decade has definitely been exhausting. It hasn't aged me, ironically. A lot of people think that the more work you put in, the more, you know, energy it takes, or the older you get or something. It's not true. Part of how I maintain my own personal vitality is by staying occupied and staying busy. It works. It really does. Where is it going with that? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'll show you. As long as there's nobody. Okay, they're getting out of the car. Wait till they're out of the car. But there's this automated vehicle I was telling you about. Let me make sure it's empty. Yeah, there ain't nobody in there. Take a look. Look at this thing. How wild is that? That is a fully automated vehicle. Drives itself.
This is cool. I like this, James, who shows us the world of Los Angeles instead of just sitting in a corner and saying he's going to kill me. You should do more of this.
There is no one in that car right now. Not a single person in that vehicle. 100% self-driven vehicle. And it's essentially an automated taxi. So back on topic.
I guess you can put it here.
So I guess this is my, this is me telling you guys one for one, instead of letting you hear about it, that I am taking a knee. I am no longer going to be doing things myself and like 100% on my own.
He was asking Josh for money like today and yesterday. I'm not gonna be doing things on my own. Yeah, maybe that's what he means.
I will be getting support. I will be making more deals and continuing to build my alliances in such a fashion that I am not the one necessarily in control of every, job that I do or what do you call it? Project that I'm a part of, because I just don't have it in me anymore. I don't know how else to say it to you. I'm tired, and I don't want to do it myself anymore. It's there. Okay, so they say that the road to success is lonely, and that's true. But then there's like doing it the way I did it, where you're like literally by yourself pretty much all the time. And I thought that was my way of life, but it was mostly just me taking longer to come out of my shell. So as I'm meeting people and I'm seeing opportunities, I don't want to have to kick myself anymore for passing on opportunities that are presented to me. Just on the faculty of independence. I have plenty of independence, I think, for myself, and I like it that way. But I'm starting to find people that are like-minded that I can agree with, that I want to work with.
All right, let me know if the stream starts glitching, because I'm trying to airdrop 2 other videos from this computer to this one, but sometimes it messes up. So if it starts going crazy, I'll just stop airdropping them until after stream.
And that's going to mean not necessarily being in control of every project. And I know that's going to, some of you are going to maybe fall off or call me a sellout, but being mainstream doesn't make you a sellout. Being a sellout makes you a sellout. I'm not a sellout, but I will be working with people who work in the mainstream. And, I hope that we are on the same page as far as recognizing I'm not leaving anyone behind. Like I said, I won't be able to do this near as much, but I am still available. I'm still accessible. You just have to, now things are to a point where I'm going to be occupied to a level that I'm going to need you to actually put the work in and reach out to me or come say hi, because I'm not always going to recognize, For those of you that remember years ago, what's up? How are you? Thank you. If you remember from years ago, we'd live stream. We'd have 200, 300, 400 people, and I'd remember every one of your names, and I'd be talking to you, and I wouldn't forget. I remember when you come back, and I'd be able to hold. I guess it's not really natural to be able to hold like 12.
So all the useful things that could be put into James's mind, he's just filled with the names of. I guess he would have been real people if they're like the Periscope days. Majority of those people really don't like him, but that's what all his memories going towards.
15 conversations at a time, but I did it. And that was awesome. But maybe it's just that I'm getting older. Maybe it's that my life is becoming more complex, but I'm finding myself having more and more trouble, remembering everything all the time, the way that I used to be able to. I'll see people that I know, and if I'm so focused and involved in my own space that I don't recognize them. And so that's where my circle is becoming more focused and,
Yeah, have you ever forgotten someone's name? You can recognize their face, but it's been years and just don't remember their name.
My circle is smaller than it used to be, and I'm okay with that. And I'm asking you to be okay with it too. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm all set in that department. Another part of the situation where I'm making it further in my career is that I can't necessarily talk about where I'm living, who I'm living with, some of the things that I'm doing, because it involves people who have their own projects, who have their own contracts and things that they're working on. And
I think this is about Diddy. I was like, What's James gonna talk about?
You know, I'm in public. So, and now, you know, my face is in the public. Even when I'm not online, people still recognize my face, and I have to be careful who I do and don't talk to and how I talk. And I know that's like a regular thing in society for most people. I've gotten away with being able to act however I wanted to for quite a long time. And I took most of the offers that I've been getting in this area as an opportunity to grow up, because I kind of have to. If I don't now, I probably never will. And I want to be able to make good on my goals. You know, for how long I've been working on things, and I see so many people that work on what they're working on for so long and never make it. And I try to learn from my own mistakes and the mistakes of the people.
For 7 hours straight. For 7 hours straight. It's crazy. It's crazy. I couldn't do it. That's why I just let him talk for sometimes. Gotta eat, gotta drink, gotta smoke. Gonna get mad about our conspiracy stuff. No. I just can't, like, I gotta be careful on what I say. I gotta point you guys in the right direction or whatever. But you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about as long as it's not evil. I won't. It's cool. Just not try to keep the politics to a minimum. I don't want you guys fighting or anything.
Around me. And the biggest facilitator, the biggest mistake people make is that they're not willing to take a step into their next part of life.
Well, the moon is real. I can say that.
When they're supposed to. Me personally, I see the signs, right? Some people say you got to know when to get out. For me, it's I got to know when to get in. I pay attention to when it is time to, you know, step into the next iteration of what I've been working on and who I can involve in my life and whose life I can get involved in. And that time for me is right now. I'm in a season of growth, season of singleness. I'm focused. I don't have
The season of growth, the season of singleness. I like this new season of James. What season are we on? We're on like season 7, season 8. How many years have I been following James? 4? This season 4?
many distractions, plenty of opportunity around me, and nothing but time to accomplish those goals. So that's what I'm doing.
The parody song about the pets? I don't know that. I did not see that, no. The pie.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to scroll down here. I want to see what I got, like text and stuff, and I don't know. Give me 1 second. Jeez.
Maybe. I guess, like, I don't know what the parameters for moon would be. We got a lot of crap orbiting the Earth though. Isn't there like a lot of satellite and space junk out there? So like maybe one day all of that'll just like accumulate to another moon, and that moon will go around the moon. That'd be pretty cool. Why isn't Elon trying to live on the moon? Shouldn't he try to like do a pilot run on the moon? Just like pilot. So James, before going to Mars, we're just gonna. What if Mars is like a really shit place to be? You know, terrible. Yeah, I heard the moon's hollow. It rings or something. Metal junk satellite moon. His thing is checking. It's mainly.
I'll tell you, tough part right now is where.
I don't think so.
Things haven't gotten to where they've gotten to. I cannot spend as much time in church.
James hopping Wi-Fi. One of the guys that was with the sub guy had a moon plan. I don't understand this sentence, Corey. So one of the guys that was with the sub guy, oh, like the submarine. I thought you meant like Jared Fogle from Subway. So I get the submarine that imploded because they didn't know what they were doing with the game controller. Has a moon plan. One of the guys. Well, he's dead then, right? So I guess that's never gonna come. He wants to build on the moon. He wanted to build on the moon if he was in that submarine. Oh, he worked with the sub guy. Okay. Yeah.
There's
James made a movie about his life, like Ted Bundy. Who do you think would play James?
a lot of people paying attention all the time.
Good question. Janelle Evans would play me, and Tom Cruise would play James. I think James kind of looks like Tom Cruise sometimes. Tom Cruise is also fucking insane. So, like, I think he would play a good James.
And I just, you know, there's only so much we can handle, or only so much I can handle. So, but like I said, instead of running out of options, being starved of certain
Edward Norton has the pointy ears, I think.
options turned me to better options. And I've had the opportunity to accelerate my progress and grow far more quickly as opposed to going backwards. And I'm thankful for that. So some of the things that I am missing out on now are things that I can't be a part of anymore
Does he have pointy ears?
are in my past and not necessarily anything that would be a part of my future anyway.
James's stream is so bad. I that's pretty
Okay,
sick
and I'll tell
on Capo Capo.
you, what do you call it?
What do you got?
What- Let go of your past in order to move into the future. It doesn't mean you have to let go of everything or everybody. I can tell you I haven't had to. What I will tell you is the more success you seek, the more you're going to have to let go of, usually. And the more difficult the process becomes, the more that you try to hold on to the past.
There was one guy who like really looked like James. I'm trying to remember who it was. Charlie Penguin, Moist guy, did a video on it. On Bernie Mac. Hold on. No, this guy is still alive. Oh, okay. Okay, about that thing. Justin Timberlake. I hear them similar. Okay, I'll put Justin Timberlake on there. I need one more.
So I've gotten the opportunity to hold on to certain parts of my past that I value and treasure, while being able to maintain my present and continue to build towards my future. But what I will tell you is the more success you gain, the more people you will have who seek to either get in on what you're building, or they want a piece of it, or they simply either don't want to see you succeed, or maybe they don't want to lose you. And so they may attempt to sabotage what you're doing or what you're building in order to keep you as a part of their life. And, you know, there's no way to really avoid any of that, at least from my experience. The most you can do is make good and do your best to remain courteous. And when you don't get to hold on to people, or when you have people that are holding on to you when they shouldn't be, you can't be afraid to shake them off when you have to and say your goodbyes when you have to. And sometimes you don't even get to, you know? But for me, I'm in a state of gratitude. I'm trying to continue to stay humble in my journey and remember that I'm not the one in control, and stay okay with that fact. You know, the difference, I would say the one thing that comes between almost making it and making it is the willingness to give up that control. And that really is what it comes down to, because at the end of the day, society has its way of doing things. And we're not in control of that as much as we'd like to think we are. And the leap between almost being successful and being successful is when you build something worth something and society recognizes it as valuable and you willingly make a deal with society to build yourself to a proper space. And then society will do its job of putting you where you're supposed to be. And letting go of that control is where you learn to exist in a space of perpetual success.
I still think James would get fired from his own movie. They'd be like, he's just not cooperating. The one time he's supposed to act like himself, he'll like start acting like somebody else. It'd be like, we can't do this. We're gonna get someone else.
You have to learn to live there. Meaning, in your mind, you have to be comfortable with letting go of consistent control of not necessarily
Colin Farrell is getting second place right now.
your storyline in your personal life, but potentially in your professional life. Experiencing that now. Well, hey, stay strong, power through, and keep doing what you got to do. Don't let anybody step on you. Don't let anyone tell you what's up and what's down unless they know what they're talking about. And I'll tell you that this is my greatest word of advice from where I'm at right now in my life. Turn to people who know what they're talking about on topics that they know what they're talking about. And avoid at all costs taking advice on a topic from someone who isn't good on that topic.
So you, the homeless man, trying to give entrepreneurial advice and like, I don't know, whatever else this rambling mess is. Like, yeah, I'm glad James. This is the one piece of advice I agree with. Don't listen to James. This is who he's describing. It's himself right now.
Even if they sound like they know what they're talking about, if you do not see results in that department of their life, do not take that advice from that person, even if it's good advice, because you will find a better angle and a better set of words from someone who is actually doing it in their life. You could take the advice from the person who doesn't know what they're doing as a stepping stone, but don't leap into that advice. Step forward in a space where you're going to end up meeting someone who does know what they're doing in that way and on that topic. The world is home. It's free to live anywhere, anytime. No, I mean, yeah, yes and no. But I mean, now in Hollywood, I made commitments. I made some seriously long-term commitments here. So I'm not going anywhere for quite a while. I mean, I might travel and stuff, but Hollywood is home. That was the plan the whole time. I tested things out, dipped my toe in the water. I wanted to know if I really wanted to be here. And I had to separate myself from ulterior motives,
That's a good point. That is a good point. He'd be very comfortable with the racist rant. When he has to portray the racist rant, he'd be stomping on the fucking table the whole time, being like, I'm Hitler's fucking great-grandchild.
opinions. And I came to my own point of self-discovery to recognize that I do want to live here and that this is my home. You have some people who, maybe they work a couple of years, they come up with some ideas, they're out here for a little while. Some people are here for a couple of months, some people are here for a couple of years. Me personally, I've been working on my own goals in media for about a decade. And I mean, this is the place,
Look at that palm tree behind him.
There's no other way to put it. This is where I belong. So this is where I'm going to stay.
Yeah, he's like,
Better now. Okay.
Is that the Scientology building behind them? That big ass thing with the fucking point on the top, or what was it? Is it just a normal building?
I am going to have to stop at some point and smoke another cigarette. I'm just not.
You can't smoke and walk at the same time?
Yeah. And I just said that right where I shouldn't have said it, but oh well.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Guys, like I said, you gotta live your own life. You gotta be true to yourself and let the process of your life happen. Like for me personally, it would be awesome to work, in some facility. How do I put this? In some faculty of the place that I'm passing right now. Am I necessarily fit for any parts right now? Maybe not.
The movie theater? The strip club? What is he walking by?
Maybe so, for all I know. But it's not up for me to
Coco?
decide either way, so why worry about it? I'd rather be out here being myself. And if the opportunity presents itself, then I take that opportunity.
What the fuck does that say? No parking? I don't know, it's backwards. No pitas?
I can tell you right now, if one of these big companies, if somebody said to me, hey, here's a job for you. Well, if they said, I'll hire you right now, but you got to quit smoking, you best believe I never smoked a cigarette in my life. I mean, I did, but you get my point. I'm immediately done with it. It's not, for me, it's not that hard. 1 second. Hello, how are you? Yeah, we got 2:46 to the broadcast. You guys know how Bigo does their numbers. But I'll tell you what, it's the only platform left that I could live.
Oh, he took a picture of Jimmy Kimmel's stage parking lot, I think. And he was like, soon. Like he's going to be on the Jimmy Kimmel show soon.
Stream on a phone like this. And it doesn't give me any
Again, he's trying to manifest things. Never works.
Types of connection issues or anything. And my service is incredible. I've used at least 150 gigabytes this month, and it's still running strong. So fingers crossed,
So he has a phone plan?
And that's 150 gigs of barely doing anything. So that's I'm blessed on that.
Blessed. Oh, new job, just handing out flyers on Hollywood Boulevard that don't require a background check. There you go. I could do that.
I'm like half in real life, half on the phone. I'm like literally hunched over as I'm walking on to realize it. But it's tough. I get tired and I start walking, halfway bent over. But yeah, I got unlimited data. And then thanks to you guys who are, throwing in the pot, and I don't mean weed, I should be able to just re-up next month and increase my plan, so that'll be good. I don't like spending money. I tell you what, for the time that I went, I prefer to have it available. I've had times where I didn't have it available, times where I did. I much prefer having it available. Yeah, and
no, like if I ended up homeless in LA and I'm an illegal immigrant in America, I could just hand out flyers, get paid under the table. Everything would be good to go.
And, things are finally to a point where, at least in most places, people like that don't have access to me. And thankfully as well, is now being a California resident, that comment in itself is a crime. And it's very refreshing.
Comments are a crime?
To walk down the street and be able to do what I do without any qualms or problems. And
Sprinks is trying to, I don't know, be a cool cat or something, or get prey. I don't know. Sprinks says, "Oh look, who's back? Jimmy, the pregnant wife beater." And normally I'd be like, "This is a good comment," but Sprinks loves James. Sprinks wanted to marry James, and Sprinks is going to marry a person just like James, It might be worse than James because it's like just a successful version of James who scams cancer patients with literally the Scientology audit machine. Says he's got to cure cancer with it. So Sprinks is kind of whack. And like I said, if it was anyone else, I'd be like, this is a good comment.
And, you know, just have the freedom to actually express myself and put in work in my own department. You know, like I can walk with you and do what I do and not have to worry about being harassed or bothered. You know,
the real Sprinks, what, that account? Oh, the real Sprinks claims that this person who said that in his chat is a troll. It's not as good to be like, the real Sprinks is dating Maddie. Yeah, like for sure.
by the powers that be. As long as I behave the way that I always have, which I have, whether you prefer to agree with that fact or not, I'm good. I just have to keep on keeping on the way I'm keeping on.
I don't know. Well,
So I am right now headed towards the Big Star. So if you're, like I said, if you're bored, I'm not hard to find. As opposed to desperate, I am kind of bored. So, you know, my boredom is your benefit.
can't even be trusted with the verb. Yeah.
One second. Man, my feet are getting sore. I'm gonna have to sit down.
Where are we walking, or why are we walking? When are we gonna get the job, James? The job. The job. Show me the job. Show me the money. That's all I want to show you guys, and then I'm gonna end it. I guess. How much longer we got left of this one? Let me see. We'll probably finish this one, and then the other ones. I'm gonna upload them to the Steve Soroka channel so you guys can watch them. If there's anything fancy.
Oh, yes, and that reminds me.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because yeah, I was like, Sprinks wouldn't say this. It doesn't make sense. That's why I was like, she's trying to look cool or something, you know.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor and spread the word that you know, because you guys know as time moves forward what the situation was and whatnot. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm doing things, and I am not refusing to connect with anyone. You just have to reach out. I'm here.
So what are you worried about?
People are. A lot of people are. But I have a lot of day ones that are, you know, still finding out that I haven't dropped off the earth. But you know, just because I don't make a video for a week or something doesn't mean something happened.
He didn't go live for like what, 1 or 2 days? Not even enough time for me to be like, this is weird that James is gone. I was literally like, this is nice. This is nice if he just does an hour stream every couple of days. Like, that's so maintainable. Like, I can manage that, no problem. Today he comes back 7 hours. Don't worry, guys. If I don't make content for a week, he can never go a fucking week without making content unless he's in jail, or unless he's in one of those states where like I don't know. He's actually somebody got someone to buy him a hotel for him, and he's just like sleeping for a week. Those are the only times.
It's just now things are getting real, and there's things that I got to do, and they involve things that I can't be putting in a video. So sometimes I got to go a week without making a video. What's up? How are you?
Complaints.
Good to see you.
It's all razzle dazzle, no substance.
So things are cooling down. The sun's going down. I can take a seat on a bench and sit there for a while, and the sun's not going to cook my phone.
His ID is the library card.
Thanks for 1,000. I appreciate you on that.
Oh, for waivers? No, for you to
Oh man, tell you what, this hurts. This shit hurt. These.
I always remember Cody Brown doing up those fucking Christmas lights. That took him like three days. It's like 48 hours in. Cody, you done with the Christmas lights? Said, nah, there's just a lot of planning with these fucking lights here.
Shorts were a bad.
I don't even think it was Christmas. Do they even celebrate Christmas? They're Mormons.
Choice today. Bad choice. I didn't make a lot of bad choices today. My shorts today, worst choice I possibly could have made. What's going on? I am just being flamboyantly social today. I decided to come on live with you and just, walk in circles for a while.
So he doesn't need to be walking so much. He could have been working, making money.
I mean, I've done this without my phone out, but to be able to bring you guys into the experience of Walk of Fame with me, it's nice. I like it. I honestly, I never thought things would get to a point where I could live stream with you while I was out here. So being able to, I have an immense amount of gratitude for it. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Good to see you. If I don't acknowledge you completely at first, don't mind me. I'm occupied with walking and stuff. So, that's it, guy. I'm just trying not to get hit by a car right now. And I'll tell you, these electric vehicles, you're far more at risk than the other ones. They say they got all these safety systems, but half the time, these electric vehicles.
Walking the dog. John Allgood walking the dog. That crazy video. I was like, this is John's video? Crazy John.
Barely stop. At least with somebody behind the wheel, or, somebody who's in control behind the wheel 100%, they can hit that brake. But sometimes, I don't know if their systems, if it just doesn't see me or what. But every now and again, I almost get hit by an electric vehicle. And
you're a vampire or a ghost, James. It's a sign. You should probably, I don't know, find a coffin to sleep in or something.
Every time, it's either like a hybrid or one of those newer electric vehicles. So anytime I see like a hybrid or an electric, and I'm going, I'm passing somewhere that doesn't have a light or something, I try to walk slowly. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, when you're allowed to.
1 second.
Hollywood.
So I have definitely learned about LA traffic that people don't like to get out of the way of the fire department, which is extremely rude and disrespectful, but very common thing.
Fucking rude.
Yeah, so like the fire, what do you call it?
The fire truck?
Fire engine had to weave in and out of traffic just to make a turn. And yeah, that was ridiculous. But anyway.
I like how James is auditing the whole city here. He's always telling the city workers and stuff how they should be doing their job and everything. And he's so appalled by all the other citizens and drug addicts. I swear his charging policy is gonna get him fucked up. He's like, you can charge your phone with me as long as you're not gonna do drugs. Okay? And you want to use my charger, you gotta be straight edge homeless, all right?
I saw some other people not walking past, and I was wondering why, and I figured out real quick why. So that part I'm still learning. Because where I'm
It's not a new concept to get out of the way for a fucking fire truck. I'm pretty sure that's universal in every city in America.
I'm from, or where I grew up, I should say, when the fire engine or the EMS is coming through, people move out of the way. But around here, the way people drive, they don't really make room for themselves to, a lot of people don't make room for themselves to be able to get out of the way.
You're not driving, James. This doesn't concern you at all, actually. Like, I've never seen a fire truck drive onto a sidewalk, you know?
But anyway, what are shorts doing? Shorts are just disastrously uncomfortable, to say the least.
I thought he meant YouTube shorts at first, but no, his pants, his pantaloons, his shorts, his short shorts.
Oh, I did not mean to even try to do that. Good. Oh, so you may notice that here on the new Joker's coming out on the 4th of December, 4th of October. Very excited.
There's another Joker movie. Wasn't there already a Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix? Who's gonna play on this time? Is it like a sequel?
Gaga's in it. It's gonna be pretty cool. If you notice here on Bigo, I'm not following anybody. Bigo, due to like reasons that are obvious, I can't follow anybody, and they won't let me follow anybody because it like creates too much pull, or I guess it affects their algorithm or whatever. So.
Who told James this? Someone sat James down and be like, James, listen, we love you on Bigo. You do great things for the platform. One thing, you can't follow anybody, because if you do, it's going to fuck up their algorithm too much. You have too much power. You have too much influence. So you just got to keep that on the down low, okay? And we'll keep you on the platform. You can smoke. Don't follow anybody.
So they said I could use the platform. I won't get violated for stuff, but I just can't, I cannot follow anybody. So if I'm not following you, or you're wondering why I don't follow,
I highly doubt that anyone was like, James, you can smoke on our live stream and don't follow anybody. Got it? Okay, cool.
you back. I can't. I literally am not allowed to. So, yeah.
Fat suit? Are fat people angry that they didn't get cast as like the Penguin? Like, isn't it kind of biased to have a skinny man play the Penguin?
And
What if someone spent their whole life getting fat just to play that role, you know? And then they gave it to fucking Colin Farrell, who is 13%. Oh, Justin Timberlake is winning second place now.
Committee to follow people on other social platforms, but given the my social status at this point in my life, I found out really quickly that there are assumptions made that I have some form of an association with people that I follow, beyond just being interested in watching their content and not knowing who they are in person. So I don't follow anybody anywhere. I use the Discover tab and stuff, and thankfully my algorithm, the algorithm just keeps up with what my interests are. So I get to see a lot of the content anyway, but I can't really interact with anybody's content or anything without it making waves.
It's just so weird. It's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard of. So like somebody was sitting there and was like, okay, we're making a Penguin. What is it, a movie? A show? I don't know if it's a movie or a show. But someone was like, you know who'd be the perfect fucking choice for this? Colin Farrell. A man I literally was like, who's just a random ass person? Colin Farrell. Someone I haven't even seen in like years. Oh, what's this? Let me pull this up. What are these two pictures? No, hold on. The one on the left isn't the best picture of Colin Farrell, but the one on the right, yeah, it doesn't look like him. That's what they wanted the Penguin to look like? Okay. He's got the Cinnamon Toast Ken eyebrows, the one on the left. The really dark, thick eyebrows. Eugene Levy eyebrows? That's him as the Penguin. Wait. What do we gotta wait? What are we waiting on? I lost James. Here he is.
At least it waves in my community. So I try to be careful about that. I'll get messages from people asking me if I know this person or know that person, or can I help them to talk to this person. I don't, usually it's not even somebody that I know. So I try not to cause those problems.
I need to get more water. I don't have anything crazy to drink.
What's that?
Something really interesting that I did not notice until recently about, what do you call it? Give me a minute.
Colin Farrell James has got the bushy eyebrows. I didn't know Colin Farrell's eyebrows were that bushy. But yeah, you give Colin Farrell some brown hair, give him some drugs, put him on the street. I think he'd look like James.
Something I never realized until recently about Hollywood is that I haven't seen any graveyards here. I know that's like a weird thing to mention, but just like a random thought, I haven't seen a single graveyard around here.
Are we looking for graveyards? There's gonna be graveyards by the fucking Walk of Fame. How far out from the Walk of Fame are we going? Let's find a graveyard for James to go to. I wish we could have seen this live. I'm Google mapping it now to see, and I would have been like, James, go to this graveyard. Take us to the graveyard, James.
Is that like a weird thing to notice? I just noticed it recently, and I thought about it. I thought it was really weird. But anyway, moving on. I'm not even alluding to anything or trying to be like slick. It's just genuinely something I noticed, and I was interested to know, like, because there's definitely people that are local, but
I mean, there's the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Santa Monica Boulevard. I think that would be the closest one.
I guess it's just like
it's got 4.5 stars. It's a nice ass fucking graveyard.
I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions. But thank you for the taps. I appreciate it. Another thing about Hollywood is that fancy cars are everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean I am currently less than 12 feet away from a Ferrari. I'm currently less than 10 feet away from a vehicle that definitely costs over $100,000. I don't even know how much a Ferrari costs, but I know it's very, very expensive. Like, very expensive. I'm pretty sure they're like $500,000 vehicles. And you see cars like that everywhere here. It's crazy.
See, Jill knows Hollywood Forever.
Down on Sunset, like when I go to church, they go down on Sunset. There's a Lamborghini that parks down there, and it's like I've never seen anything like it. There's no way it costs less than $1 million, and it's just somebody's daily driver. So that's kind of cool. There goes the automated vehicle with nobody in it.
Yeah, that would be James's like Google review. It'd be like 4 out of 5 stars. Like great, homeless community. Rats that act like squirrels. Nice places to charge your phone and sleep. No fucking graveyards though. Like, what is up with that? What is up with that? Nice fancy cars all around you. I don't really know what to do with myself at this point because I'm just bored. Like, really bored. Yeah, I think they're gonna hit him.
Yeah.
$600,000. And
it's like, I really thought that something else, it was kind of an assumption that I was wrong about, or at least maybe I'm not talking to the right people. I assumed that California was like super progressive. I have to admit, from my experience thus far, women are rather traditional. Like, you know how
like they won't cheat on their spouses with you, James? Is that what you mean by traditional?
they say about women around here, like approaching you, or at least that's what I've heard. I don't know where people are or who's talking to, I don't know where this is happening, but I can tell you it ain't happening right where I'm at.
James is intimidated by women. So he's never I've never seen James approach women. It's always women have to approach him. That's why he sits there with pizza and he'll put out the bat signal or whatever. But I literally have not seen James approach a woman in my life.
Or wherever I'm sitting, I must be sitting in the wrong seat. Because it ain't happening. I can tell you there's at least 20, 30, 40 women on a daily basis that, I cross paths with that there's definitely chemistry and there's possibilities going on. And people are very open about that here, which I love. But I have yet to be approached I think I've been approached by like 5 women in a year. And people are like, well, why don't you do it? I'm like, well, that's not how I roll. It's just not how.
Any woman that approaches him like immediately, well, maybe not immediately, but regrets it within a week, usually less than a week. There's some homeless lady in Florida that approached James and they like had a little thing. But then that ended with all of this is James' word, all of the homeless community wanted to like lynch James for whatever he did to this woman that we will never know. When we hit her up to be like, yo, what's up? There, she was like, I never want to see that guy again. Leave me alone. La 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 la. So like, oh, okay. Then there was the traveling nurse that approached James. Took him to fucking Texas, was nursing his foot, stole a dog with him and shit. And then he like basically got her swatted. So like, I don't know. Yeah, any woman that approaches James, it's probably not a good idea. If you see this man, don't approach him. And then you want anything to worry about. He won't approach you.
How I do it. So I don't. Flowers goes, Hollywood Forever Cemetery is super cool. You should go there. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to look it up. Big cemetery on Santa Monica Boulevard. Maybe I just got to open my eyes more. Like I don't know. I see, yo, we got another, I'm not even going to say anything. Never mind. It's just,
the only women I've seen James approach, because now I'm going back through all the times that an interaction with a woman is like people like a Subway lady. Like there's just one girl working at Subway and he wants food, so he'll talk to her behind the counter. But he's still like so fucking awkward and weird. And he was like calling himself Karma and shit because that was his name at the time. What was the other woman? Yeah, those are the only ones.
Zen, thanks for the follow. There are people pointing at the automated vehicle.
Normally he would just ogle them. Like he would be sitting there and a woman would walk by and he'd be like, oh my God, chat. The most gorgeous woman. And he would have said this like an hour. The most gorgeous woman he's ever seen in his life just walked by. And then he'd get all weird and horny and be like, I'm so fucking horny shit. And then he's like, you know what? There's one time he's like, you know what? I'm going to come back here in like a year in a fucking Lamborghini, pick this girl up. She's going to be like, oh, wow. Yeah. And then I'm going to turn her down and say, no, you wasted your chance when I was fucking homeless, covered in bike grease, eating sandwiches. James.
It's literally like right there. It's so crazy. Like there's people in the car and there's nobody driving it. And like, I can only imagine being in that vehicle because like, when you think about it, it's still a super rare thing. And there's so few people that like use it yet that, yeah, like there's literally somebody taking a picture of it right now with like people in it. But you probably get a lot of looks, like if you take a taxi like that, be ready to get your photo taken because it's out of this world. Very interesting. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's a really weird situation here where like, my life's gotten to where it's gotten to and I'm still like sitting here live streaming. I just want to say, I just want to take this moment to thank myself and to remind you that I'm good on my word, as I said I would be. And
he thinks he's part of like actual Hollywood. He thinks like just being in Hollywood means like he's famous. It's like that's what I think he thinks.
And that you are still stuck with me, no matter where my life goes and what I do. I think Las Vegas is where women approach men. I don't know. I'm not there.
Why is everyone trying to get him out to at fucking? Oh, Los Angeles? I thought it said Las Vegas. My brain is.
Yeah.
It does it sometimes. It does that.
So who do we got? Everybody's here. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
they did say Las Vegas. Okay, good. Yeah.
say any names because we're not. I'm gonna call it live. We're not just live. We're live. We're like in public live.
James, we're always in public live. When was the last time we were in private live?
Excuse me. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do with myself at this point, you know. So I'm reverting back to what I know to do. Everything else I'm doing is stuff that takes weeks and months and years to put together. And you guys know, for me, I'm like, well, let's do it in 15 minutes. You know, like the overall stature of my progress has taken 10 years, but like it's been, stuff that I would do, that I do in 10, 15 minutes. And now I'm doing stuff that takes like 3 or 4 years. And I'm just like, oh, that's okay. That's how that works. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I love it. I do. I really do. Now, if I was the one who had to control how it went, it would be different. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. But being that I'm not in control of it.
James's confidence, same with Heather's, it's like so fucking insane. I've seen James literally shitting his pants outside of a fucking store with just dirt all over him, hadn't showered in probably over a week, and him being like, you guys just want my dick. Like, that's why you're angry. Like, everyone just wants my dick while he's shitting himself. Like, he's delusional. Like, he thinks people are like want him so fucking bad.
The progress or the product or the entire project itself, I'm comfortable with having to take so much time because I get to see a paycheck and I don't have to worry about everything.
I go live sometimes. I skateboard around sometimes, but the lives are kind of shit. I gotta find a forest that has good reception. I'll take you guys on a spooky walk again.
Every little piece of the logistics and the analytics and the marketing and everything. I don't have to do any of that. And it's really nice. I cannot describe to you how disastrously lazy I feel, but apparently this is how it's done. So I'm doing it. And in my free time, I don't really know what else to do except sit here with you. Because I am still building a social life. Yeah, I'm just in this weird mental space where I feel inferior to the people that I work with and that I'm around.
He doesn't work with anyone. He doesn't have you don't have a job yet. We haven't even gotten to that part of the stream where he's gotten the job.
So I don't really say much. I've been invited to a lot of stuff and I've said yes to a few things. I'm just not totally all the way there yet, socially on a mental level. I have the confidence for it. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing, I get done right, You guys know how sometimes I could be pretty good at making a fool of myself, and I'm not really trying to make more of a fool of myself than I'm already good at. So as I become more cool in Hollywood or whatever you want to call it, then I'll evolve myself a little bit more.
Well, that's kind of like James's MO too. Like, he will settle for a sugar daddy, but he wants a sugar mama. Like, he wants like a woman to take care of him. And he said this before. He's like, I shouldn't have to lift a finger unless our lives are in danger. And that's smart. That's literally a James quote. So like, yeah, no, like when he was with his most known ex just wanted her to like work and get everything done. And he would do social media, but then like he would get mad at her for working because he'd be like, "Oh, you're not around me 24 fucking 7." He leached off of Josh, like put him 40 grand in fucking debt, like made him sell his car, walk miles to work every day to support him and his ex. He was with another girl. He was with another fucking girl in Pennsylvania when he got picked up. So he bamboozled someone else, and then once she found out about all the charges and shit, she was done with him. That's why he couldn't get out on probation. So like fucking, it is his MO to find like a woman that's just like, oh, you look normal. Like what? Why are you homeless? What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with you. And James will like, if he has his shit together that day, he'll have like just enough charm or riz, I guess you could say, to like school one naive person, I guess. It's happened multiple times. There we go.
Yeah, I am most definitely getting a part-time job because I have to.
No, that's not a joke. I don't like highlighting like her name, but yeah, no, he made her wipe his butt. Yeah, because he was too tired to, and then he got on stream after. So he was like, he had enough energy to stream, but he didn't have enough energy to wipe his own ass.
Because family reasons. So like one of the things with people that I'm close to and that I care about is they don't necessarily see anything that I do as like a career, right? So in order to please them, in order to keep them in my life, because that's what I want to do, I most definitely am getting a regular job. Whether I need it or not isn't the point. It's just, people say, well, don't do things to please others. Well, there's certain things in my life, certain people in my life that I care about that do not want to be in my life unless I have a regular job. And they do mean that much to me. So yeah, I'm getting a regular job. And if some people don't like it, that's on them. I figure once I'm to the point where I'm doing that good, they probably won't mind. But for now, they mind. They're not accustomed to the notion of me doing what I do full time. Do you get paid for gifts on here? Are you a host? I'd like to send some if you get the payout. Yes and no. Like, so I have like my own thing with Bigo where don't ask them. They will tell you that it's not true because they don't want you bothering them. And they're really annoyed with people bothering them about me. So like, stop. And they're not affecting me. They're just like starting to like, contact federal law enforcement in our country. For me personally, I am able to cash out my gifts on my own. I do not have to be a host or a part of a group. That's just something special I have with Bigo, where if you send me beans and you gift me, I can cash that out on my own. I'm not asking for it. I don't need it. But if it's something that you want to do, be aware that I do get that. So now you know. Some people say that where I've gotten to that.
Hold on. Okay. So, here's the clip. I think that if I do it like this, yeah, I would just see James' face. So this will be good. This will on. I mean, like, this is the thing. Hold up.
I can't beat that one. But I bet you they could. We're all interesting people.
Yeah.
So you never know. No volunteers.
The grossest thing I've probably ever done is wipe someone else's poop. Wipe up someone else's poop. That's probably the grossest thing I've ever done.
She's talking about my poop. I'll volunteer that. Sometimes I would literally be so exhausted and destroyed, I could not wipe my own butt. Like, I literally could not muster the energy. And then I would get on a live stream.
Yeah.
Just to try and make things work.
James took one for the team, guys. He couldn't wipe his own ass, but he could live stream for us. What a fucking guy. What a fucking guy.
Live streaming isn't a good look, but not everything is about looks. So this is pretty much the only platform besides this is the only platform that enough of you know about that I could come on to talk to you.
It's the only one with enough fake interaction that strokes his ego, or else like if he goes to like Twitter Live, he has one person watching him. He goes to like Instagram Live, maybe 14 on a good day. Yeah, what a guy.
That I can connect with you personally and one-on-one. Whereas every other platform at this point is censored, and it's expected to hold a certain level of professionality, whereas Bigo is far more personal, and it's still
professionalism, professionality. Is that a word?
Like an offshoot platform. It's like a third party type thing. So it slows my progress in my career. It definitely causes me to take more time.
No, it's a word. Professionality. It's like fatality in Mortal Kombat.
To build my career when I'm
the only thing that can get James is professionality.
On Bigo, and I take time on Bigo, but I would rather take a little more time and have one-on-ones with you guys so I can stay connected with my audience and my fans than to be,
Yeah, like Heather. This is him putting his applications in.
Just trying to make face, because when I it's a matter of personal control. When I come on Bigo, it tells me who is personally invested in me to a core level, right? So like if you're not one of my hardcore fans, you don't know about me being on Bigo. You just don't know about it. So I don't put it out anywhere. So for the 284 of you that are here, you know where I'm at, what I'm doing, and now I know how many of you are paying attention and who's really interested, and that helps me get a good gauge on what I get myself involved with and what projects I do and how those projects affect you and our relationship. William, do you work during the day or mostly at night? I can't discuss any of that. I can't discuss anything because things are to the point where I do here and there have people follow me around. Regular, good old fashioned regular celebrities have paparazzi. I apparently get to, enjoy the pleasure of people following me around in real life and videotaping me, for better and for worse. So it's fantastic. And I do love it. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't mind at all. I'm used to it at this point. But yeah. Rebecca, hey, how are you? Like, any information I give out ends up going somewhere, and literally, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how I genuinely, live streaming is one thing, but if I'm not on a live stream and it's been like a day and a half and I'm not talking to anybody or bothering anybody, I don't know how on earth people find me. I don't know how they do it. It's not like I'm spending all day on the Walk of Fame. I'm not spending all day every day out here anymore. So I don't know how they're finding me. But they're good at what they do, I suppose. Do they ever? No, I've never been on TMZ. I've been on something similar to TMZ, but I've never been on TMZ as far as I know. I don't want to jinx myself on that, but
he's been on the actual news. Is that what it means? The actual news for bad things.
I've had people on the TMZ bus when I was down on Sunset. There's people on the TMZ bus that recognized me and they were shouting out my name. I made an absolute fool of myself on accident. And that was fantastic. But beyond that, no, not really.
What is going on with this?
I am going to. I really don't want to walk it. I'm getting comfortable. I don't feel like walking right now. I can actually sit here and not have to get up. So, like, why get up? Sit and chat. You don't have to walk. I'll walk in a little while, but for now, I'm just gonna chill. People say, when people talk about like privilege and stuff in Hollywood, I mean, I could lie to you and say it doesn't exist, or I could tell you it's wonderful. I could tell you it's absolutely fantastic to be able to sit on the bench for like an hour and a half and not be bothered by not be bothered. People come say hello, and I like that, but I could just sit here because I'm not causing any problems and it makes some money. So,
You guys some spare little change?
no, sorry.
Spare little change?
That's another tough part is, it's like they say you gotta make money, or how do they say it? You gotta spend money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is you can either give people money or you can have money. And that is like a very real circumstance where I gotta be careful about how I say this, but I hoard my money. Like I really do. And out here you kind of have to. Because you'll have somebody, I'm telling you, some of these people out here, they got a full paycheck and they'll come ask you for change. I'm telling you, you'll have people making $40, $50 an hour in their career, and in their free time, they'll come out here and bust the way that they used to. And I can't get with that. And believe it or not, there's not a whole lot of that out here. I can tell you that, just like I said about that was maybe there's like 5 times in Hollywood thus far that I've been approached by a woman. Well, I'd say there's been maybe 5 times since I've been out here that anyone's asked me for change. It doesn't really happen, thankfully. Maybe I don't get out enough, but I don't see a whole lot of it. All right. Well, I am getting uncomfortable, so I am going to get up and I'm going to get walking. It's going to hurt. And it sucks too, because you kind of have to choose, like you could be the guy that gives the guy change, or you could be the guy that has change. And I don't know if that makes complete sense, but that's really my experience. Like when I was willing to hand out change to people who'd ask for it, or give a cigarette to someone who's asking for one, I was just, it's no good. I don't do it. I just don't do it because it causes problems. And then I'm out, and then when I would need something, they ain't got nothing. So I do my own thing, and I keep my money in my pocket. I hoard it like a dragon, and I don't share it. I share my time, my attention. I share my skills, but I don't share my money. I tell you, not with anybody. I don't share my money with anyone. I pay my bills, pay my debts. I don't share my money.
James needs your money more than you do.
What are your favorite stars? Who are my favorite stars?
He said today that Feed Peace Island, Mr. Beast bought Peace Island. That's what he said today.
I really don't want to say any names. Like I said, I mean, this is something that once you get to this point, you kind of realize it. But when you're not in this position, it's more difficult to understand. Like I can't just come out and be talking about people for better or for worse. I could if I really want to, but
What about me?
it kind of, it puts a dent in things, puts a kink in things, and I'm not trying to do that. So, am I saying that, I'm blessed enough to have people in my life that care on a level that they want me to not be showing favor in one direction or another in the, department of fame? Oddly enough, yeah. Don't know how that happened. Don't know when it happened. I don't know how a lot of these people even know who I am. I don't know how they found out, but they know, and I have to be careful about who I talk about and what I say, because people have feelings. Everybody has feelings, and I have to be quite attentive to those feelings. And if I choose favorites, it screws me in the future. And I'm really
Who is this James caring about people's feelings?
not trying to name any favorites.
What are we doing, James? Skip ahead?
What I can tell you is that everybody loves you when you're giving them what they want. You find out who really likes you when you're not giving it to them anymore. And
James is literally not giving anybody anything. It's always been the other way around. People give him shit, and James ditches them when he doesn't need them anymore.
if I were to sway towards favorites, I would say that my favorites are the ones who still like me, even when I'm doing me and only me. And that cuts the list down from like 400 or 500 to maybe 5 or 10.
Not even. He ghosted Josh for like 2 months, and then when, I don't know, his master plan didn't work out, like he started asking Josh for money again. And while he's just doing all this, making it look like, I don't know, he's making everything work himself. He's like begging people for money behind the scenes. So like, this is all a facade. James is playing us. 5 or 10.
What I'm saying is, I have had quite a productive year. And I think I'm ready. Very, very ready. Yeah.
James.
We circumvent quite a few processes in order to get where I needed to get to. Pretty hard to do that without cheating, but I managed, and it worked out. Never mind. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I literally just had someone who's familiar with me look me dead in the face, like, "Shut up." I'm like, okay. I got caught red-handed. Sorry. Almost opened my mouth. But I'm doing good. I catch myself. I almost say too much. I catch myself. Or I have, like I said, or I have an accountability buddy catch me just at the right time. But
Sunglasses, $5 each, right here. Come on in. We got $10 for this suit. Ladies and 10 right here. Come on in. Come on down, guys. Hoodies for 10. Everything else is $5. Hats, t-shirts, sunglasses.
Okay, so this is a guy yelling at people to buy merch, like sunglasses, t-shirts. Is this the guy that talks to James? I swear, like, he gets the job right at the end of this one. So the start of the next one, he's like, And it's that easy, guys. That's how you get a job. So unless I missed, I mean, this is like the part that I missed. And I have to hit someone up for it, which should be like, I don't know. We watch a lot of this for no reason then. He said he was 29 in his live stream the last time, which I was like, what? Because normally he says he's 18, but no, he's identifying as 29 this time around.
Another thing I'll tell you is that Hollywood and the success you can make of yourself here is most definitely based upon how much you want it. I don't care what anybody says. If you don't want it bad enough, you're going to do something screwed up. If you want it bad enough, you won't. And there's nothing else to it. Is it that easy? No. But is it that simple? You best believe it is. Speaking on personal experience. Excuse me. And always remember, at least this is my perspective, God is always in control. Don't forget that. Always. No matter what happens or how it happens, God is always in control. If you're ever feeling like things aren't going your way or the way they're supposed to, just trust and keep moving forward. You'll be all right. Hey guys, get a call.
Not pretty much. Like Simple and Easy are relatively the same thing. I mean, like you could, I guess, argue. You'd be like, well, a 900, like a skateboard, the 900, the skateboard trick that Tony Hawk landed. It's simple in theory, just spin around 2.5 times, but to like actually execute it would be hard. I don't know if that's what James means, but like I can almost fuck with it.
Extra hearts.
Like I'm sure getting a job here would probably be simple. You just have to walk up to a guy he knows and say, I need that job. But it's hard because James just wants to walk around a live stream instead.
All right, now at this point, I need to stay focused. I'm missing something. I just don't know what I'm missing.
We are, right? Who's the best basketball players? The best boxers? The best cooks? Right? The best of everything. We created all the inventions. It's like we are special and above all people.
That is going to take a hell of a lot to clean up. Take two. Steve, welcome to the broadcast. How are you?
Me? Maybe, I don't know.
Guys, if you're in the broadcast, holler, say hello. Give me something. Just let me know you're here. Also, living in Hollywood requires a massive amount of willpower. That's all I tell you. Especially if you're trying to make it here and not just go under the radar. My gosh. Massive amount of willpower does it require.
Okay. So I don't have, oh my god. Well, look here. Look at this. So this is like when I think right after he got the job. I might be missing the actual him getting the job part, which is
And then boom, just like that, you know? Thank you. Yeah, it's I'm excited. Now I don't know that it's going to be much. I don't know how much I'll make. I'm not going to talk about it, obviously. I don't need it being sabotaged, but I'm not saying it will. It's just I'm not risking it. But I'm in. Now all I got to do is keep it.
So he's in. And really glitchy. What is happening?
And I could have started today, but I've done so much walking that I honestly don't have I honestly don't have it in me. So I had to,
So I was watching when he got the job. Basically, he walked in. He was like, "Oh, it's simply saying I don't even know. I can't even remember. I'm trying to remember the conversation. I think he muted, and then when he got back, it's like, I got the job, but we don't know where. And this is all the context we got from it.
I'm going to start another day, but like, I know this might sound weird, but it's like I'm walking, right? And as long as I continue to walk, I'm like, I don't know if it's just my adrenaline pumping or, whatever it might be that I'm able to keep walking, but I can't just stand somewhere right now. I don't have it in me.
So he's not going to work because he's walked too much, but he's going to keep walking because he can't stand still and he doesn't want to sit down.
I was trying to catch up on comments. Give me a second.
I think we did this one.
I tell you, I'm so tired. I'm too tired. That's what it is. I'm too tired. This is usually the point where everyone takes a rest or everyone's quitting for a day. I'm not even halfway done because that's how bad I want it.
Then go work.
And I have to tell you, even wanting it bad enough isn't enough. Wanting it bad enough and putting it to work, you might be lucky enough to get the blessing of an opportunity that would be considered a gift. And it's really like that out here.
It's crazy. It's poopy.
And then even then, someone, another person, like someone beyond you is calling the shots. And that's the way it is. But I have to admit, it makes you feel special because it's like you recognize just the magnitude of opportunity that you're getting, That's how I feel about it. Like the job market out here is fierce. And I was just walking by, and I guess
that would be a cool job.
And it's just this is why, like me personally, I say you got to be willing to talk to anybody and do whatever you got to do. Because there's this Latino guy I had a conversation with, right? Him and I had a nice long conversation, and I was walking by. And he stopped me real quick. You saw that. Literally, as I was talking to you guys, he stopped me and he said, "Oh, hey, why don't you talk to my boss? Because I knew you're looking for a job. Why don't you talk to my boss?" And just boom, in 2 seconds, he offered me a job. So, just like that. And that's you got to be open. You got to be open to opportunity if you want to talk to people and actually care, because it's rare for people to remember you, especially when there's so many people around. But when you make an impact and leave an impression and actually put your best foot forward with somebody, if you're granted the opportunity, they remember you, and then sometimes that leads to the next opportunity. Yeah, you guys have a lot to say, so you're going to catch up. Congratulations. Thank you.
This is almost done, by the way. I don't know how. There's like a 6-minute clip. I think we're over halfway, so there's probably just a few minutes left.
Good afternoon. How are you? Did I walk a lot today? Yes. I've been walking for 4, 5, about 6 hours. I've been walking for about 6 hours today. And I have, I'll tell you what, documented proof that I've been walking for 5 to 6 hours. And it's nice. It's nice to actually, not have people, like when I tell someone, hey, I walked 12 hours today. They're like, no, you didn't. It's not humanly possible. Oh, well, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not lying to you. Today, 5.5 hours.
You'd be good at that.
Like right now, my feet are covered in Band-Aids. But like I said, if you want it, you want it. And if you want it bad enough, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. And that's it. And now you have proof just today. You were literally there with me live. I was not expecting that whatsoever. And it made my day. That was not staged in the slightest, just so you know.
What do you guys think? Do you think it was staged?
Third-party platform, total strangers. Boom. That's how it happens in real life.
Yeah, if it wasn't on a third-party platform, there would have been fake.
Put your best foot forward. Make sure that your interest is genuine, and you may get offered an opportunity. Oh, and to any of my buddies that I got in this broadcast, if there's anything you could do, to avert any inconveniences.
Is that it? That's it. All right. So there's obviously more, but there's not much more. There's like I think an hour or so before like I started stream sniping him, but it's not much. That was the most important thing, him getting this imaginary job that I'm missing, like the job part to it. But like when I get a copy of it, we'll play it on like whatever next stream we do about James. I'll upload like what I got to the Steve Soroka channel, like once I get that missing bit to it. Am I missing anything else from there? There's some stuff from November that I still didn't upload, so I should probably like update that. I'll have a couple more hours before I fall asleep, so I'll do that now. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll do Sims Sunday. We'll check in on Rev and Channing. Rev was fucking insane, so like we'll see what's up with that. I'll give you an update on Diana Ricky. She is in jail. And I think I told you guys that I found like an archive Facebook page, or Sluggos Girl sent it my way, so we can see what led up to her arrest and get a rough feel for how long she's going to be away for. But we'll actually be able to catch up. She was giving us way too much fucking content. And then if there's time, maybe Copeland now. I feel like we've been neglecting them. Maybe we'll do that instead of Diana. I'll let you guys pick. I'll do a poll or something somewhere. So yeah, thank you guys for being with me. I hope you have a great evening or morning or whatever time it is. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and hopefully James doesn't go live again tomorrow, because I need to like clear stuff off of my devices and move stuff around. He should go to sleep. He should just sleep right now. He's got his heist at midnight in 45 minutes. I really hope he doesn't stream it, but if he does, I'll grab it and then we can look at it tomorrow or another day. Yes, Sims. I have to do the Sims. We did like cups last week. We didn't do any Sims, so we'll do the Sims. I'll figure out some fun things to do on there. Good night, guys. Bye.